भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। So today we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, the Samam Bonam, Chapter 63, Lord Krishna fights with Banasur, verse number 38, 10.63.38. त्वं एक आद्य पुरुषो अद्वितीय तुर्य स्वदीर्घ हेतुर अहेतुर ईश। प्रतीयसे अथापि यथा विकारम् स्वमायया सर्वगुण प्रसिद्धये। त्वमेकाद्य पुरुष द्वितीय तुर्य स्वदर्ग हेतुरहेतुरीश। प्रतीयसे अथापि यथा विकारम् स्वमायया सर्वगुण प्रसिद्धये। त्वमेकाद्य पुरुषो अद्वितीय तुर्य स्वदर्ग हेतुरहेतुरीश। प्रतीयसे अथापि यथा विकारम् स्वमायया सर्वगुण प्रसिद्धये। Please recite. त्वमेकाद्य पुरुषो अद्वितीय तुर्य स्वदीर्घ हेतुरहेतुरीश। प्रतीयसे अथापि यथा विकारम् माया त्वमेकाद्य पुरुषो अद्वितीय तुर्य स्वदर्घ हेतुरहेतुरीश। प्रतीयसे अथापि यथा विकारम् स्वमाया सर्वगुण प्रसिद्धये। माताजी, त्वमेक आद्य पुरुषो अद्वितीय तूर्य स्वदर्ग है तू रहे तुरीश प्रतीयसे अथापि यथा विकारम स्वमाया सर्वगुण प्रसिद्धये त्वं यू एक वन आद्य ओरिजिनल पुरुष सुप्रीम पर्सन अद्वितीय विदाउट अ सेकेंड तूर्य ट्रांसेंडेंटल स्वदृक् सेल्फ मैनिफेस्टिंग हेतु द कॉज अहेतु having no cause ईशा the supreme controller pratiyase you are perceived atha api nonetheless yatha according to vikaram various transformation swa by your own mayaya illusory potency sarva of all guna material qualities prasiddhai for the complete manifestation. Translation and purport by the disciples of Srila Prabhupada. Translation. You are the original person, one without a second, transcendental and self-manifesting. Uncaused, you are the cause of all, and you are the ultimate controller. You are nonetheless perceived in terms of the transformations of matter effected by your illusory energy. Transformations you sanction so that the various material qualities can fully manifest. Purport. The Acharyas comment as follows on this verse. Srila Sridhar Swami explains that the term Adya Purusha, the original Purusha, indicates that Lord Krishna expands himself as Mahavishnu, the first of the three Purushas who take charge of cosmic manifestation. The Lord is Eka Advitiya, one without a second. Because there is no one equal to the Lord or different from him. No one is completely equal to the Supreme Godhead. And yet, because all the living beings are expansions of the potency of Godhead, no one is qualitatively different from him. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nicely explains this inconceivable situation by stating that the absolute truth and the living beings are qualitatively one but quantitatively different. The Absolute possesses infinite spiritual consciousness, whereas the living beings possess infinitesimal consciousness, which is subject to being covered by illusion. Srila Jiva Goswami, commenting on the term Adya Purusha, quotes from the Satvata Tantra, Vishnustu Trini Rupani. There are three forms of Vishnu for cosmic manifestation, etc. Srila Jiva Goswami also quotes a statement of the Lord's form from Shruti, Purvam Evaham Ihasam. In the beginning, I alone existed in this world. This statement describes the form of the Lord called the Purusha Avatar, who exists before the cosmic manifestation. Srila Jiva Goswami also quotes the following Shruti mantra, Tat Purushasya Purushatvam, which means such constitutes the Lord's status as Purusha. Actually, Lord Krishna is the essence of the Purusha incarnation because he is Turiya, as described in the present verse. Jiva Goswami explains the term Turiya, literally the fourth, by quoting Sridhar Swami's commentary to the Bhagavatam verse 11.15.16. Virat Hiranya Garbhascha Karanam Cheti Upadhyaya Ishasya Yatribhirhinam Turiyam Tad Vidur Buddha. The Lord's universal form, His Hiranyagarbha form, and the primeval causal manifestation of material nature are all relative conceptions. But because the Lord Himself is not covered by these three, intelligent authorities call Him the fourth. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the word Turiya indicates that the Lord is the fourth member of the quadruple expansion of Godhead called the Chaturbhyu. In other words, Lord Krishna is Vasudev. Lord Krishna is Swadark, that is, He alone can perceive Himself perfectly. Because His infinite spiritual existence, infinitely pure, He is Hetu, the cause of everything, and yet He is Ahetu, without cause. Therefore He is Ish, the Supreme Controller. The last two lines of this verse are of special philosophical significance. Why is the Lord perceived differently by different persons although He is one? A partial explanation is given here. By the agency of Maya, the Lord's external potency, material nature, is in a constant state of transformation, vikara. In one sense, then, material nature is unreal, asat. But because God is the supreme reality, and because He is present within all things, and all things are His potency, material objects and energies possess a degree of reality. Therefore, some people see one aspect of material energy and think this is reality, while other people see a different aspect of material energy and think no, that is reality. Being conditioned souls, we are covered by different configurations of material nature, and thus we describe the Supreme Truth or the Supreme Lord in terms of our corrupted vision. Yet even the covering qualities of material nature, such as our conditioned intelligence, mind and senses, are real, being the potency of the Supreme Lord. And therefore, through all things, we can perceive in a more and less subjective way the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is why the present verse states, Pratiyase, you are perceived. Furthermore, without the manifestation of material nature's covering qualities, the creation could not fulfill its purpose, namely to allow the conditioned souls to make their best attempt to enjoy without God, so that they will finally understand the futility of such an illusory notion. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshu Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Nama Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 63, verse number 38, translation. You are the original person, one without a second, transcendental and self-manifesting, uncaused. You are the cause of all, and you are the ultimate controller. You are nonetheless perceived in terms of the transformations of matter effected by your illusory energy. Transformations you sanction so that the various material qualities can fully manifest. Hare Krishna. So we are reading very interesting section of Srimad Bhagavatam, wherein between the battle between Banasur and Krishna, Lord Siva comes and takes side of Banasur. Vaishnavanam yatha Shambhu, the greatest Vaishnav, the greatest devotee, he comes and takes side of Banasur. Why? Why he goes against Krishna? Some of us are great. Even those who are not great, they will not go against Krishna, because they have that understanding that is Supreme Personality of Godhead. I should not go against him. Whatever great souls, they will not commit offense of going against Krishna. And that too against for a violent fight to kill. Not just voting against Krishna, I am voting. A violent fight to kill, and kill with what? The highest weapon. Kill the enemy. Seems Lord Shiva doesn't match us, but he does it because he promised Banasur that I will protect you. And he cannot go back from his promise. So I will protect you, but who knew? Krishna will be enemy of Banasur and Shiva will have to protect. But he has to fulfill his promise. That is demigods or such masters who are not your well-wishers, who just sentimentally support you. So demigods, instead of Lord Shiva explaining to Banasur, don't fight with Krishna, he is my boss, surrender to him. So okay, you fight, I am there. He's like a terrorist. If he goes to RTO and is an Indian citizen, 18 years above, and demonstrates how to drive a car, the RTO will have to give him a license, even if he knows he's going to take this car and kill somebody. He can't say, no, you cannot get license. No, he is 18 years above, he is Indian citizen, he knows how to drive car, rules are met, car de do. Demigods are like that. You do karma kand, they'll say, okay, Ashirwad. Krishna is not like that. You do everything, follow all the rules, he'll say, nahi dega, I will not give. Because he is not RTO officer, he is our well-wisher. What we are asking may be bad for us in the future. Today it is desirable, but tomorrow it may harm us. We are not aware. So we are asking. And Krishna knows, if I give him today, he will be happy, tomorrow he will be miserable, so he doesn't give. So when Krishna gives, that is less mercy. When Krishna does not give, that's more mercy, because he is saying no to you. Who says no? The shopkeeper or the father? If you give money to a shopkeeper, say cigarette, give me cigarette, he will give. But if your father is the shopkeeper and the son goes cigarette, father will give? No, he is a shopkeeper, he should give. Transaction. Not mera le lo. He said, get out. Give the money back to me. Only those who love can say no. Those who don't love, they want to save their reputation. They can't say no. Say no, if I say no, I'll be a bad person in his life. If I say yes, I'll be hero in his life. So let me say yes. Only person out of love says no. So Rasbihari says no, you should be very fortunate. He said no to me, he loves me. And too many people he said yes, we should not feel envious. That I am special. To everybody saying yes, to me he is saying no. So that's Krishna, he is a well-wisher. But demigods, they follow the rules. So Banasur pleased Lord Shiva, following a rule. And Lord Shiva got pleased. So he gave him benedictions. A kingdom, wealth, army, weapons, and 1,000 hands. Banasur thought, wow, nobody else in the world has 1,000 hands. I have. I am the most powerful person. I can take 500 bows and shoot 500 arrows in one shot and kill 500 people simultaneously. Nobody can fight with me. So he was very happy and grateful. And when Lord Shiva wants to dance, he will play 500 pavakas with 1,000 hands. Nobody can do that. Lord Shiva is in ecstasy. But gradually Banasur saw, nobody is fighting with me. He is not getting to shoot 500 arrows at one time. Nobody is fighting with me. So he started getting frustrated. It's like you purchase something from the market on the shelf, but you can't use it. Will you get frustrated? If you have a gulab jamun, so don't eat it, just keep it in your hand. As few minutes and hours pass by, you will be frustrated. If there is no gulab jamun, you will be peaceful. If there is gulab jamun, but you are not allowed to eat, you will be frustrated. So Banasur had 1,000 hands, 1,000 gulab jamuns, 1,000 hands, but can't eat, can't use. So his frustration was increasing. Where to use 1,000 hands? Eating, cannot, one mouth you cannot use 1,000 hands to eat. Chanting you can do. So he started going and breaking mountains or beating the waves of the ocean, but that will create tsunamis and danger for the city. So he went to Lord Shiva. He said, I want an enemy. I want to fight with somebody. कोई टक्कर वाला चाहिए. Lord Shiva understood. This fellow is too proud and arrogant. Lord Shiva became disgusted with him. And Lord Shiva sent a private encrypted message to Vishnu. You do something about it. If I do, my brand value will go down. I killed my own disciple. You do something. I will cooperate. I will do a drama as if I am helping him, but actually you know, I am never helping him. That's how this fight started. So both Shiva and Vishnu know what is going to be the outcome. So Lord Shiva is fighting in the battle with Banasur against Banasur. He is not against Krishna. That is Krishna's plan to keep Lord Shiva opposite party. So the Lord Shiva's reputation that I protect my devotees doesn't get spoiled. Because if his brand value goes down, then share price goes down. Nobody will become devotee. He killed his own devotee. So Lord Krishna protected Lord Shiva's reputation. And they performed their fight. And Shiva Jovara got defeated. Lord Shiva saw Banasur is about to be killed. Because Sudarshan Chakra cut all the hands of Banasur except 4. So Lord Shiva went to pray to Krishna, to appease him. And that's the prayers, beautiful prayers we are reading. And in this prayer he said, you are Purusha, Adi Purush, the original person. I am not Purusha, you are Purusha, you are master. Purusha means enjoyer. We all are Prakriti, to be enjoyed by Krishna. We are Krishna's sense objects. And when we give sense gratification to Krishna, that is our service. We are Krishna's sense objects. And all world is also Krishna's sense objects. But if we consider somebody else or something else as our sense object, that's illusion. Because he is the owner. He is enjoyer. We are supposed to enjoy Krishna. We are supposed to give enjoyment to Krishna. When we give enjoyment to Krishna, he is happy, we are his part and parcel, we become happy. That is a reciprocation. Purusha avatars. There are 3 Purusha avatars. For the purpose of creation, Mahavishnu, Karnodakshai Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Shirodakshai Vishnu. 3 Purusha avatars, they come in contact with Prakriti. Mahavishnu glances on Prakriti, material nature, and creates the universes as bubbles from the pores of his body. Garbhodakshaya Vishnu enters into each universe and gives birth to Brahma. And Shirodakshaya Vishnu enters into each atom and the heart of the living entity as Purusha, as Paramatma. And Krishna is the original Purusha. He expands into all these Purusha avatars. That's why we pray every day, Shingarati Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. This is Lord Brahma's prayers. Lord Brahma's prayers. Lord Brahma, the first living entity, after performing tapasya before the start of creation for thousands of years, had darshan of Govind playing Basuri. And he offered these prayers. You are Adi Purush, your original personality of Godhead, your original enjoyer. This creation is for your enjoyment. And the living entities in this creation, if they think they are enjoyers of creation, that's illusion. We are not enjoyers. We can't enjoy. We don't enjoy. We are not enjoying. When we come in contact with sense objects and we feel there is some pleasure, some enjoyment, it is all imagination. It is not real. But the illusion is so deep that not only we think it's real, we want to repeat it. So whether you eat something nice or you see something beautiful or you touch something soft, the pleasure and the enjoyment we are getting is unreal. And we think it's real. Like a pig eating stool. Does the pig enjoy? Yes or no? But do you think it's enjoyment? But can you convince the pig about it? So when a pig eats stool, what do? We just laugh. It's not enjoyment. Paneer halwa is enjoyment. This is not enjoyment. Right? So when we enjoy paneer halwa, Indra laughs. See, this is not enjoyment. Somras and apsaras are enjoyment. So when Indra enjoys Somras and Apsara, Brahma laughs. So this is not enjoyment. Pig. And Brahma enjoys, Krishna laughs. What do you do to the pig only? There is no enjoyment. It's a pig life. It's an imagination. It's unreal. It's the original Purusha and one without second. Which means not only he is the original Purusha or not only he is Purusha, nobody else is Purusha. Nobody else is the enjoyer. Nobody else is Supreme Godhead. Krishna is God and nobody else is God. One without second. There is nobody second. No comparison. We can't compare anybody with Krishna. That's offensive. He is one without second. Nobody is equal to him. Nobody is superior to him. Nobody is inferior to him. One without second. He is unique. One and only one. He is not equal to this Prakriti. He is not equal to this nature. He is not equal to Jivas. He is not equal to demigods. He is not equal to his incarnations, Matsya, Kurma, Vara, Narsingha. He is not equal to his expansions. He is unique. The last few chapters of Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto are emphasizing on his uniqueness. So this chapter shows he is not equal to Shiva. Brahma Vimohan chapter shows he is not equal to Brahma. Next chapter will show he is not equal to Mahavishnu. Even Mahavishnu comes to ISKCON Jew to take darshan of Radharas Bihari. He is not equal to anybody. Or a better way is, nobody is equal to him. Advitya, one without a second, transcendental, is beyond the material nature, beyond the three modes of material nature, beyond the material senses, beyond the material conception, beyond the material thinking, beyond the material logic, beyond the material research, beyond the material knowledge, is beyond. He is not a subject matter to be understood as we understand other subject matters through our senses, through our mind, through our intelligence, through our history, through our memory, through our experience. All methods of understanding and education fails to understand Krishna. Why? Because he is transcendental. All the methods we have to experience and understand cannot reach Krishna. It's transcendental. It looks like it should be possible. I have eyes, so I should be able to see Krishna. I have ears, so I should be able to hear Krishna. I have skin, so I should be able to touch Krishna. I have intelligence, so I should be able to understand Krishna. I have mind, so I should be able to think of Krishna. How can I say mind can think of everything but not Krishna? Eyes can see everything but not Krishna. The capability seems to be possible, but it's not possible. Just like we have a scale. In the school we used to have scale, compass box and scale. For what? Measuring distance. So it should be possible to measure any distance with the scale. For example, from this pillar to this pillar. Is it possible? Yes or no? For example, from Juhu to Andheri station. Is it possible? Yes. Sundar Chaitanya says yes, so it has to be yes. Possible. For example, the distance between sun and earth. Possible? Seems to be here. Same process you have to repeat, but impossible. The tool is there, and it just looks like I have to repeat the usage of the tool to arrive at a result, but it's not going to work. So eyes are there, and it just seems like I just have to glance and I can experience an object. But it's not possible with Krishna. Why? Because it's transcendental. Adoksha, beyond our eyes, beyond our senses. Not possible. Beyond the scope, beyond the limit. Transcendental, self-manifesting. Then how can we see you, Lord? If we cannot see you by eyes, if we cannot understand by intelligence, if I cannot use my tools to understand you, then how can I do that? Self-manifesting, Swadarg, nothing else outside Krishna is required to see Krishna. Nothing else is required. Like you want to see the sun, what do you need? Torch. Torch. At night, 9 p.m., take a torch, go outside your house, sun, sun, sun. Can you see sun with a torch? Then, okay, daytime, go outside with a torch. I don't need a torch. Night with a torch you cannot see sun. Daytime you don't need a torch to see sun. Right? So with our eyes we cannot see Krishna, and when it happens we don't need our eyes. This body we perform sadhana not to see Krishna, but to purify ourselves. Sadhana cannot make us see Krishna or get Krishna prem. We can't do a single activity by which we can obtain Krishna by this body. Because Krishna is beyond the reach of an activity or multiple activities or repetition of a single activity. He is beyond. He is self-manifesting. He is a sun. When the sun comes, you don't need any other support or a torch or a tube light or a bulb to see Krishna. There was a joke, a master tells servant, just look if sunrise has happened or not. He goes out, comes back, sir, it's dark. Take a torch and look now whether sunrise has happened or not. We don't need anything. Self-manifesting. The sadhana we are doing is purifying ourselves, not to get the sun up. When we don't have a control on sun, which is one eye of Krishna, how can we have control on Krishna to rise in our heart? If at all our sadhana is so powerful that Krishna can rise in our heart, shouldn't our sadhana be powerful also to make sun rise in the night? Because sun is less power, Krishna is higher controller, sun is less, weaker. We can't do anything for the sun to rise in the night. How can we make Krishna to rise in our heart? So it's not by sadhana. Sadhana is there to purify ourselves. Krishna rises in our heart. Krishna's love rises in our heart causelessly, by causeless mercy, not by our effort. Sun rises in the morning by our effort, causelessly, causeless mercy. We don't have to do anything for the sun to rise. So we don't have to do anything for Krishna Prem to come in our heart. Nothing. We can't do. Even if we do, it will not result into Krishna Prem, because Krishna Prem cannot be achieved by effort. Krishna Prem can be received. There is difference between achieve and receive. When we are chanting Hare Krishna, and if we are in the mood of performer, we will think, I achieved 16 rounds today. It's an achievement. I did it. That's not correct. I received holy name on my tongue. You see the difference? Achievement is centered around me and my effort. Receive is centered around Krishna. So if I think I achieved 16 rounds today, I am in the center, even though I did 16 rounds sitting at one place. I am in the center. We don't achieve holy name. Holy name comes on my tongue, we receive. Welcome. Thank you very much. Enter my ears. The door is open. Like a guest comes on the door. We receive the guest. Come inside, have a seat, take some water. So we receive holy name on our tongue and ears. We don't achieve anything. So Krishna Prem is received in the heart. Causeless mercy of devotees and Krishna. Not by my effort. Then why do we chant and why do we attend Mangala Aarti and why are sitting with this class and 4 executive principles and all this whole day effort? Not for Krishna Prem. This is when the sun rises in the morning, you should not be sleeping. If I am sleeping and the sun rises, did the sun rise for me? No. So when Krishna Prem comes in my heart causelessly, unaware, I am sleeping, I will not receive it. If I am awake, I will receive it. If I am awake, Sunrise is not because of my awakeness. Sunrise will happen on its own. If I am awake, I will have an experience. If I am not awake, I will not have an experience. So Krishna Prem will come in our heart on own. We don't have to do anything. But we have to be awake when it comes. And that's why this sadhana, for purification, not to achieve anything. If you are trying to achieve some result through our sadhana or through our service, then we are still keeping ourselves in the center, not Krishna in the center. Spiritual life is not for achievements or ambitions. Spiritual life is to stand folded hands, knowing I am the most unqualified person, but one day I will receive Krishna's mercy. Let me keep my heart open. Let me keep my hands like this so that I can receive. Patiently wait till that day. Well, while waiting, what to do? Nothing can be done to make it faster. So while waiting, what to do? Chant Hare Krishna. Keep crying. Till the child gets a toy from the father, what will the child do? Find a job, get money and purchase himself? No, keep crying. Keep crying, father will be faster. He is crying, de do. So chanting is cry. Crying for mercy. So this sadhana is for purifying. If I do sadhana or seva or lead kirtan or give class, and instead of purification, anarthas are increasing, then there's something wrong happening. Something wrong happening. I have to revisit. I go to doctor, I do the test, I pay him the fees, I get the prescription, I purchase the medicine, I take the medicine, pain increased. There's something wrong happening, cannot continue. Something wrong happening, anarthas are increasing, something wrong happening, rajogun tamogun is increasing, something wrong happening. So Swadark, he is self-manifesting. We don't need an external support. We need only Krishna. And as Krishna arranged his parampara. So we perform our sadhana with an attitude that we will receive Krishna's mercy, not with the attitude that my sadhana will make Krishna appear. I am going to achieve Krishna. Can't say Radha Rasbihari 25 years, all Mangalatis I did, all chanting I did, all Ekadashis I did, all Bhagavatam classes I sat, now you come. No connection. There is no connection. It's his causeless mercy. He gave liberation to Putana. What connection? Putana did Mangalarti. Putana did chanting. Putana did 4 regulative principles. Or Ekadashi. Or Bhagavatam classes. He just gives. But there is no failure in Krishna consciousness. So it will happen. Not because of our performance, but because he is merciful. Spiritual progress happens by Krishna's mercy. And then Lord Shiva continues, you are cause of everything. And there's nobody your cause. Now this is interesting. Like Lord Brahma says, Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidanand Vikra Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Sarva Karana Karanam, he is cause of all causes. Lord Shiva says, you are cause of everything, but you are without cause. That is the definition of God. Sometimes people ask, when our preachers preach to them, that everything should have a creator. This pen should have a creator. This table should have a creator. And the final creator is God, Krishna. Taliya bajao. Not now. Then the audience asks, if everything has a cause, Krishna should have a cause. Your logic. No, the logic doesn't apply. Why? Because the definition of God is one who doesn't have a cause. One who doesn't have a cause. That's a definition. Definition is considered axiomatic truth. It doesn't have to follow the same logic. That's the definition. And the proof is Lord Shiva, this verse. He says everything has a cause, you don't have a cause. Everybody has a father, you don't have a father. If you find a person, he has a father. Find a person, he has a father. Father has a father. Go, 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 go. If you end somewhere जिसका कोई बाप नहीं है, that's Krishna. But if you argue too much, Krishna will say Vasudev is my father. Chup bait. So one who is uncaused, cause of all causes, Janmadi Asyayataha, one from whom everything emanates, source of everything, not having any source, that Supreme Personality of Godhead. Lord Shiva is emphasizing here, I am Shiva, I have a source. Narsingha Avatar, he has a source. Mahavishnu, he has a source. Narayana, he has a source. Balram, he has a source. Krishna, nobody. No source. So he is God, Supreme Personality of Godhead, original Supreme Personality of Godhead, no source. If he has a source, how can he be final authority? How can he be Supreme Controller? How can he be Supreme Maintainer? How can he be Supreme Creator? He is a dependent person. He has a source. So he is without source. So somebody who is transcendental, somebody who has no cause, somebody who doesn't fit in our senses, doesn't fit in our mind, doesn't fit in our intelligence, somebody's original Supreme Personality of Godhead, one without a second, seems to be very abstract. How will we relate to him? How will we have an experience with him? As a conditioned soul, we have experience of material nature and material objects. We can't have experience of Krishna. Then we are failed, doomed. So Krishna is so merciful. He comes in the material world to give us an experience. As the material nature and material elements and material objects transform, these transformations give out realities of Krishna's presence within them. The earth has fragrance, that's because of Krishna's presence. I am talking, that's because Paramatma is present in the heart. The bird is flying because Krishna's presence. The sun is giving light because of Krishna's presence. So those who perceive Krishna, different people perceive Krishna in different way because they have limited experience and conditioned senses. This Krishna gives an indication. I am there. I am there. So this is Krishna's mercy. He is there as Paramatma in every atom. He is there as an active ingredient of every element. And is there as super soul in the hearts of all living entities. But they don't teach this. But scientists don't teach this because of bewilderment. One great, known as a great scientist, Stephen Hawking, he wrote a very popular book, Brief History of Time. He wrote, if you know all the rules of universe, you will know the mind of God. Almost same. If you know the physical reality, you will understand the indication that God exists. If you know the rules of universe, you will know the mind of God. He wrote in his book. But today he is known as atheist. From talking about God, he became atheist. How? You want to know the secret? Because not a single IVF devotee went to preach him when he was in college. He didn't come in association with devotees. So the seed went away. Albert Einstein said, God does not play dice. What does it mean? That means the world is not by chance. Dice means by chance. There is a plan behind. So when the person with high intelligence, high IQ, Albert Einstein, studied the nature, he came to the conclusion there is somebody intelligent who is planning this. This is not by a chance. So Krishna is present in material nature if somebody applies his intelligence. But today in modern science they don't teach this. It will come one day. But when the syllabus comes and you are born as a human and you get into college, then you want to study this? You want to wait for that day? Or we do it now in Bhagavatam class. That is Sarva Karana Karanam. He is present everywhere. They teach today in chemistry. I don't know if you are familiar with this language. There is an atom and it has a nucleus and there are orbits and there are electrons, sp, d, f, and one electron jumps from one orbit to another orbit. You all know this? Now jump, the word jump is a verb, V-E-R-B, verb, action. And we all know dead object cannot perform action. So if an electron jumps from one orbit to another orbit, how can the word jump be applied when electron is dead? It cannot jump on its own. Right? So a better would be Paramatma sitting in an atom threw electron from one orbit to another orbit. It's not jump of an electron, it's thrown by Krishna. This is what science should teach. Because an electron cannot jump. For example, I'm not going to do that, but suppose I take this mic and throw it. And you are going to discuss this event with a friend who is not here. What you will say? You know today what happened in Bhagavatam class? The mic jumped. Say, wow, I heard electron jumps, now mic also jumps. No, you are going to say, you know today what in Bhagavatam class that Prabhuji threw the mic. Which you would say common sense. Threw, right? Not jump. So common sense, electron cannot jump. So then what happened? Somebody threw. Who is that somebody? That's Krishna. That's perfect chemistry class. That's perfect education. But there are fools who are teaching. So this preaching is very important to modern atheistic science. That Krishna is present in every atom. And that's why the atom is working and that's why these movements are happening. And that's why the jumps are happening, whatever is happening. This also is made of electrons only. Now why it's not jumping? Object cannot jump. So Krishna is present in every atom, every living entity's heart, all pervading. Vasudevam sarvamiti. And one who understands that is Mahatma, Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. So we come to ISKCON to become a Mahatma. Mahanatma. If you want to become Mahanatma, come to ISKCON. If you want to become Lahanatma, go to IIT Powai. If you want to become Ghanatma, okay, leave it. So we come to ISKCON to become a Mahatma, to become a great soul. Srila Prabhupada has given this an opportunity that we become great souls or we become servant of great soul. That's perfection of life. Others become animals next life. What is the use? So repeatedly in Bhagavatam this is mentioned, Krishna is everywhere, all pervading, and we can access him just like Wi-Fi signal is or radio signal is all over the temple hall, but to access him you need a device or a password. So we can access that. The device is his body and the password is the holy name. When we chant every day, Hare Krsna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. We connect to Krishna because the password is equal to Wi-Fi here. Holy name is equal to Krishna. So this holy name descends on our tongue for a sincere soul and goes into our ear and makes transformation in the heart. That's attentive chanting. So we chant and hear minimum 16 rounds every day. And that's how we access Krishna's mercy, which is everywhere, all pervading. Okay, we end here. Thank you very much. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Hare Krishna. If there are any comments or questions? Krishna Murari Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Annat bhavanti bhutani. Lord gave cow to grass, or they give share to meat, like they give pig to stool. What is the big thing? But man eats the stool, then we can say something.
Right. Thank you. Next question. Where's the mic, Sundar Chaitanya? Oh, you have a mic? Okay. Okay, Januji Prabhu, go ahead.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.
With this example, I understood about the pig eating stool and human beings have higher things. So, one kind of conceptions goes around is that nothing is absolute in this world. Everything is perception based, and that then it becomes like a how we establish that there is something which is beyond perception and absolute. Because everybody feels that everybody should enjoy whatever they like. I like Karela, other may not like. I can't force. So similarly, somebody is eating Karela, he can be happy. I may not be happy. So similarly, I may not be happy eating stool, but pig is happy. Why you are telling that he is not happy? So then it becomes like a fully based on person to person, very subjective. So there is no objective understanding of reality.
It will be a little long answer. Are we okay? So, the experience of pleasure when we come in contact with a sense object is not based on sense object. You are making difference between Karela and Rasgulla or stool and paneer. You are making a difference because there is Bheda between the sense objects. But the experience is not because of the Bheda and my perception. The experience is illusory because of the process. For example, if a human takes a gulab jamun, puts it on the tongue, as soon as there is a sense contact, tongue comes in contact with gulab jamun, there is the experience of happiness. Right? Even I am talking, there is experience of happiness. As soon as the gulab jamun touches the tongue, there is experience of happiness. So from where this happiness came? From gulab jamun? Then you should be happy with the, right? If it is not from gulab jamun, then you should be happy without gulab jamun. But you are not. So it should have come from gulab jamun. Anybody knows how to make a gulab jamun here? Raise your hand. What are the ingredients you put? Carrot, elaichi, fire. So when Adhoksha Krishna Prabhu makes gulab jamun, he puts suji, khoya, elaichi, sugar, water, fire. So a ball made out of these ingredients goes on your tongue. So what goes on your tongue is a combination of suji, khoya, elaichi, water, fire, sugar, right? Do you put happiness also? No. So happiness didn't go on your tongue, right? Suji went, khoya went, water went, sugar went, fire went, whatever. Elaichi went, Happiness didn't go on your tongue, but still you got happiness. That means happiness didn't come from gulab jamun. From where did it come? What is the source of happiness? It's imagination, because there's a desire in the heart to eat gulab jamun. And when the desire got fulfilled, you feel happy. Same way, when we go to office, there's a task list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 tasks. One task, very great austerity, you do, no happiness. But when you tick, you feel happy. Why you feel happy? Because you did the task, or because the task got completed? What? Because the task got completed. So when you tick, you feel happy. So there's a task or a desire in our list of desires, eat gulab jamun. And when it goes on your tongue, tick. And as soon as you tick, you feel happy, desire fulfilled. The happiness is not because of gulab jamun, not because of karela, not because of stool. It is because of tick, checklist. You with me, Subhachitra? And the interesting part is, as soon as you tick, eat gulab jamun, dynamically another list, another entry made in the list, eat one more gulab jamun. So you take the second one, tick, happiness. And dynamically third entry, eat one more gulab jamun, third one. Again you eat the third one, tick, happiness. 10th one, tick, happiness. After 10, there is no new entry. Now if your friend puts a gulab jamun 11th one in your mouth, there will be a fight. You both will fight. Why did you put I don't want? Bhag idhar se. Because there is no entry. So there is no tick mark. So you don't want. After 3 hours, again the entry will come. Now you can eat one gulab jamun. Now you eat, you will be happy. So the happiness is because of desire fulfilled, not because of sense object. When boys play football, they have a net and they have a ball and they have a list. And in the list, there is an entry. The entry says, if I kick the ball in this net, I'll be happy. And for hours together, they try to do that. And if a boy kicks the ball in the net and it goes inside the net, check mark, and he becomes happy. Who in the world gets any tangible benefit by kicking a ball in a particular location? Nobody. But they are running. Why? Because there is a list and there is an entry. Same boy with the same entry kicks the ball and it goes 1 centimeter out of the net, he is not happy. Why? You kicked the ball, it went. No, it didn't went inside the net. There is no entry here which says 1 centimeter outside, half goal. Doesn't say that. So there is no. Suppose tomorrow the rule changes and they say if it goes 1 centimeter outside, you get half goal. Then the entry will be added and then he will be happy. Aadha to mila. So it's all entry. It's all entry in the list. And they all are fighting for it. But actually no tangible benefit, neither in the ball or kicking a ball in the net or eating gulab jamun. There is no tangible benefit, or purchasing a car. It's all entry. Arey, make a bigger net. Will be more kicking the ball, more probability of getting happiness. Or purchase 20 balls, give one to everybody, keep kicking. No, they will not be happy because there is no such entry. Right? If we announce tomorrow, the first person coming to Mangalar, coming to Temple Hall at 3 a.m. will get 1 lakh rupees. Many of us will get an entry and tomorrow we will try. Right? There is no such announcement, so we are not going to try. Because there is no such entry. Or his name will be put on the notice board. So the entry will be there and the check mark will happen, he will be happy. What is the great thing putting a name on the notice board? Because the entry is there, check mark is there. And in life, how many desires we have? Unlimited, millions. How many are going to check mark? Very less probable, very less number. Most are going to be uncheck marked. Right? So unfulfilled desires give distress, fulfilled desires give happiness, Very less gets fulfilled, mostly get unfulfilled. That's why dukhalayam ashashvatam. The world is full of miseries. Because not checked. If all the list is zero, no desire, you will be 100% happy. That's anya abhilashita shunyam, no other desire. That's a pure devotee of Krishna. He can see Krishna directly in his heart. Anya abhilashita shunyam. Till you have abhilash, this happiness, distress will continue. So happiness seems to be because of perception, but actually it's because of this desires. If you take a pink sari and give to a boy, gift for you, he will not be happy. Give to a girl, she may be happy. Why? Because they have a different list of desires. So if you take paneer to a pig, he will not be happy because it doesn't contain in his desire list. And if you give stool to a human, he will not be happy. Not because he dislike it. That's outside perception, because there is no such list. If the government announces any person who eats stool will get 1 crore rupees, tomorrow people will eat stool because the desire will be there. The entry will be there. And they will be happy about it. So the entry will be there. Like Olympics, they announce, if you run this meters in this seconds, you will get a cup. So everybody is trying. If the announcement is cancelled, nobody will run. Entry will not be there. So it's all this entry business. Please don't enter into entry business. Just serve Krishna. Okay? That's my answer. Next question. Sharad. Can I have water?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much for the very wonderful class.
Sorry, come back.
Thank you very much for the very wonderful class.
Hare Krishna.
So, you gave a very amazing example of the demigods compared to the RTO officer. And Krishna is a parent, will not give the cigarette to the child. My question is that, and that's the reason why you were mentioning that Krishna will not give anything to his devotee unless he knows that he is going to make a good use of it in the future, will be beneficial for him or not. Well, Krishna has given us the free will, and Krishna did knew also that we are going to misuse it and go against him in the first step, and that's how we are here now in trouble. And so I mean, how the person is going to use a commodity or any asset or anything that maybe Krishna may not exactly know, because that free will is given to us, the living entity. So it's very difficult to understand. I mean, so what to speak of us who are not, who are conditioned, I mean. And so in the beginning also Krishna gave the free will, so we misused. And later on also, even after becoming purified, apichet suduracharo bhajate mam ananya bhag, even at a purified stage, one may commit still a durachar activity. So I mean, how to understand that Krishna is not an RTO officer? Because it's very difficult to understand, like, as per my, this thing is. Can you explain?
Well, Krishna gave us free will because he wants sharad, he doesn't want stone. Because stones can't love. And Krishna wants love. Krishna wants love. And he can get love only from living entities who have free will. Love is based on free will. Love cannot be forced. Love is by choice. That's why I have choices. So Krishna gave us free will hoping I will get love. We misuse free will, Krishna still has hope. Maybe he will reform and give me love. We again misuse, Krishna again has hope that he will reform and I will get love. Millions and millions of years, Krishna is waiting in your heart, Sharad. One day he will love me. One day he will love me. And he can't force that love out. I can't take a guess, say, Sharad, love me. You can't say. You may say, I love you, but मन में क्या चलेगा? गन जाने दो देखता हूं मैं. Let the gun go away. Love cannot be forced. Love is by choice. Love is by free will. So Krishna gave us free will so that we can love Him. And He is so patient. We have multiple times misused our free will not to love Him. But He is waiting. हम होंगे कामयाब एक दिन. He is waiting. One day this soul will turn towards me and say, I love you and love me. Since millions of years He is waiting. So that's Krishna who wants our love. So we should give Him that love. Enough. How many long we will make Him wait? Even to a dear friend, we don't like to wait for 1 hour, 2 hours. This is Krishna whom we are making wait for millions of years. So Krishna wants our love. So He throws us flower and mango and Lakshmi. He says, at least using these objects, He will give me love. You take a mango or a flower or a leaf and give love to Radha Raspberry attached to that item. Krishna is pleased. Chalo, itna to kiya. Patram pushpam phalam toyam. Give me with love water. I am giving you rain. Just catch some water and give me. But add your love. I will accept it. Ashnami, I will be satisfied. Just take a fruit. Just take a leaf from a tree and give me with love. I will accept it. I am standing here. Water I have provided. Leaf I have provided. What you have to do? Just add your love to it. And that is by free will. A stone cannot do that. So in spite of repeated failures, Krishna is having hope that this person will love me one day. So he is waiting. But we don't listen. So he jumps out as Guru, as Acharya, as Shastra, as devotees, as Sadhu. And they come and tell me, go back to Krishna, love him, chant Hare Krishna, pay obeisances, honor prasadam. That's preaching, to send the soul back to Paramatma. Love Him, use your free will to love Krishna. Stop misusing free will, stop sinful activities, stop fruitive activities, stop mental speculation, just engage in Krishna's service. So Krishna has given us free will. Actually, He has not given, we have free will already, eternally. But He is having hope. He is having hope that one day this person will turn towards me. One day he'll come back to Golok Vrindavan and I'll be waiting at the gate with tears in my eyes and I'll embrace that soul and say, where were you, Sharad, all these days? What were you doing in Bombay? Come to Golok Vrindavan. Let's have laddu kachori and do masti. He's waiting for us. And my dear devotees, it's enough. Don't make him wait more. Not good. Be determined. This life, last life. We go back to Krishna. No more birth in this material world. So free will is the only way we can love Krishna. So He keeps giving opportunities. That is His compassion. That is His mercy. That is His love. When a father gives a box of sweets to the daughter, Gudiya, she opens the box, sweets, very happy. She takes first sweet, says, Papa, first one you eat. The father will be so happy. Why he'll be happy? Because he got sweet? No, he can purchase 10 boxes. He'll be happy because he got the first one, and first one means love. He'll be so happy, next day he'll bring one more box. Because he knows again first one I'll get love of my Gudiya. So that's what Krishna is doing, every day giving you rice, every day giving you sabji, every day giving you money, thinking that first one he'll give me. And I'll get love of my devotee. But when we don't do that, Krishna cries. But then he says, maybe tomorrow I'll give him one box, maybe tomorrow he'll give me. So again, next day he gives us. One day we have to wake up, let me give my life to Krishna. He has given me so that I can give him. That is the purpose of creation. So whatever He has given us with a hope that we will give Him first. It belongs to Him only. But He has given up with a hope. The hope that I'll get love of my Gudiya. I'll get love of my devotee. I'll get love of the Jiva. This whole creation, every single earth, water, fire, air, ether, rain, sunshines, everything He has given us so that we offer Him, so that He can pick up our love from that item. Like email has an attachment, a file cannot be sent otherwise. Love cannot be given to Krishna in the material world without objects. We have to take an object, attach our love, give to Krishna. Krishna is not interested in the object, He'll take the attachment. He'll take love. So He wants that love, and He knows the easiest way is to attach it to an object, so He gives us objects. Includes free will. So we should give it back to Krishna. Okay?
So then that means Krishna is also like in one sense an RTO officer we can call, because even Krishna doesn't know in that sense how we are going to utilize that free will, whether we are going to misuse it or how.
No, He knows. He's giving chance.
Yeah.
He's a father who is giving many chances.
Another question was a small just in.
So RTO officer is one who has to follow rules. Krishna doesn't follow rules. Krishna follow His sweet will. Like we have free will, He has sweet will. He follows His sweet will. Yeah, I don't know whether I can take a... Okay, go ahead since you have a mic.
Yes, you're talking about the electron jumping. So I just wanted to add here or whatever. So there the mention is about the excitation energy also. So the electron will not jump automatically. So modern science says that you have to apply some pressure, some external force has to be applied. So maybe we can utilize this in Krishna consciousness also, that our efforts and then Paramatma will do his part then. Because if we don't heat the atom, the molecule, it will not jump automatically. So
that's Newton's first law. Without external imbalance force, no motion can happen. Electron cannot have a motion without heat. But somebody has to apply that force, that's Krishna. A force cannot be done without a source. Energy cannot be there without energetic. Shakti cannot be there without Shaktiman. Cause has to be there of the force. So if the jumping is because of heat or the energy, there has to be a source behind that. Finally, it's fire. Fire ka source is sun. Sun ka source is Krishna. Is eye of Krishna. So wherever logic you apply, you will reach Krishna. Because He is everywhere. You can't escape Him and explain something. Some phenomena you cannot explain in this world without Krishna. If you are successful, it's a foolishness. Is that okay? Next question. We'll take questions first, Hanuman Prabhu. We'll take questions first. Yeah, Janudeep had a question.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So, as you were explaining that Krishna wants love, I mean, He is love, and all the living beings, all the souls, we are also connected to Him in a loving relationship. So we read from Bhagavatam, as Acharya has explained, that there are different categories of souls. There are some Nitya Siddhas and like us Nitya Baddhas. So when I was reading this 8th chapter of 10th canto, in one of the purport, text 46, Prabhupada explains that Nand Maharaj, Yashoda Maya and eternal associates of Krishna, they are expansion of His own body. They are not like us. So I understand from this that there are two categories of souls, one who are directly expansion of Hladini potency, and then souls like us who are not expansions of Hladini potency, what we are called as Tatastha Shakti. So if Hladini potency who are Nitya Siddha, they never come here, or they always are with Krishna and Krishna is getting love from them. What is the... Of course there is an argument that can be said, you can't say God cannot have this. So He has to have everything, so marginal potency is also one of His energy. But then the fact is that only marginal potency misuses its free will, and then Krishna has to make so many arrangements. If Nitya Siddhas are giving Him complete pleasure, or they are always loving Him, they are not falling down, then what's the use of marginal potency?
What is the use in terms of creation? What is the use of now reclaiming?
Like, to understand that there exists a potency called marginal potency which is actually giving trouble to God. He has to manage everything.
Okay. Well, there is no reason of existence of marginal potency. They are always with Krishna. Krishna did not create souls. It's a misconception. Krishna is the supreme creator? Yes. Krishna is source of souls? Yes. Krishna created souls? No. Krishna did not create souls. Krishna, and when I say Krishna, it includes absolute truth, it includes soul. Krishna means souls are included. That makes it complete whole. The souls are not there, it's not complete. Vibhinamsha and Swamsha, both has to be there. Any concept which is possible to think and talk about should be part of Krishna, otherwise it's incomplete. Right? So Krishna is God, he has to be complete, so he should have everything. So marginal potency is a concept which is possible. When Nitya Siddhas are possible, then those who are not Nitya Siddhas should be possible. Otherwise it is not complete. Complete means if you have A, you should have minus A. You should have all the options available. So marginal potency is also possible. So they are always with Krishna. Those who misuse their free will and suffer here in Mumbai, Krishna cries for them and he wants them back. That is why this whole arrangement is done. This is burden of love. He is not troubled. He is troubled because he sees us in pain. But he is not troubled to reclaim us. When our child is in distress, we are in trouble. But when we take him to the hospital, we are not troubled because we are hoping that he will become okay and play again. So this is Krishna's love that is reclaiming us. He has pain because we have pain. But when he tries to help us, he is not troubled. So existence is anyway there. That makes it complete. Otherwise Krishna is incomplete. And reclamation is there, that's not trouble. That is his joy, that is getting our soul back. Is that okay? Janudev Prabhu?
Thank you, Prabhu. I'm trying to phrase a question, but it was very difficult. So I just want to, Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu asked this objective reality. People have a subjective experiences based on their experience. So I just want to cross-check my understanding whether it's right or not. So the objective experience we get only when we cultivate our desire towards Krishna. Am I right? Using the opportunities.
You can complete your question. Is that the only question?
Yeah, my question, I just want to cross-check whether my understanding is right or not. When you are defining objective reality to Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu's question, there I felt it was not completely answered. You explained we should cultivate our desire towards Krishna. Then our experiences in this world will get connected to Krishna. Then we can experience that objective reality. Is it correct?
Well, what I mentioned is that the happiness we have because of perception, and Sundar Chaitanya said there is comparative happiness. One person says this is happy, I am happy, this is my perception, I am happy. That's not true. Happiness is imaginary. Happiness is not an objective reality. It is an experience based on desire. And objective reality as Krishna created, as absolute truth created this world is only possible when our desire plane is zero. When there are no desires, then only we come in contact with actual reality. Till that we'll be coming in contact with illusion. Till that we'll see the world with colored eyes, with the eyes of my desires. So that's true. When our desires are completely finished, zero, only desire to serve Krishna, we come in contact with real creation, real world. Otherwise we'll come in contact with our desires and our worldview, our perception, which is illusory, which is not real.
So we have to become none. Material desires has to be completely given up.
Yes.
Given up or has to become empty.
Sorry?
You mean to say that all material desires has to become zero?
To have experience of real world.
How the concept comes dovetailing the desires?
Dovetailing is desire to help us to give up the desire. We cannot give up the desire on the first day we heard this. So gradually we have to give up. For example, a new boy comes, he says, I want to practice bhakti, but I can't live without samosas. So what you will say? Give up samosa? You will say first chant a round, then eat samosa. That is called delaying desire. Delay. After a few months, he says, look, don't eat outside samosa. You chant your rounds, cook a samosa, offer to Krishna, and then eat. That's called dovetailing. From delay, you go to dovetail. Then after a few years of bhakti, he'll say, don't do it every day. Don't be samosa conscious. International Society for Samosa Conscious. Diminish. Do it once a month. From delay, we get to dovetail, eating daily, outside, to eating, self-cooking and offering. Then we go to diminish, once a week, once a month. Then one day we say, forget this samosa. Just chant Hare Krishna, whatever Krishna gives you, be satisfied. That's called destroy. Destroy the desire. 4 Ds. Delay, dovetail, diminish, destroy. So dovetail is second stage. If you first day say, Mandir aane ka hai, no samosa, he'll stop coming only. But that's the goal. No material desire. Right? But we cannot do that first day. So dovetail is maximum devotees practicing on our regular platform. Delay, dovetail, diminish, destroy. And don't ask me reference for this. It's from Golok Vrindavan. This is from Golok Vrindavan. Not from books. Okay.
Thank you, bro. Initially, I had this question. So we were discussing about mercy, that we cannot accept. We cannot. You used a word. How to say that? We cannot chant Hare Krishna Mantra because I can chant Hare Krishna Mantra. Achieve. Yeah. So we cannot achieve chanting Hare Krishna Mantra. So in this context, I want to cross check once again. Mercy means opportunities given by Acharyas and Krishna to us. Is it correct? Mercy means?
That's one way.
So we have discussed a lot about mercy. So is it or anything else you want from this class? Mercy.
Mercy, you want a definition?
Yeah.
You want a scientific definition?
If
there's an event whose probability is almost zero and still it happens and give you spiritual growth, that is called mercy.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Raj.
Hanuman Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा.
हरे कृष्णा.
पितामह भीष्म बताया है अपना पूर्ण स्नेह किसी एक व्यक्ति पर आरोपित करना यह प्रेम है. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you. And I would like to welcome His Grace Vrajanandan Prabhu. Yeah. I just saw him. You arrived today? Yes. He just arrived. So we, on behalf of Radha Rajbir Mandir, welcome His Grace Vrajanandan Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.